Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, Carnivore, and Carnivish. And here we are again today. Do you have your cuppa? I got my cuppa. And I have 42 grams of unsweetened keto, Kitu, non-dairy creamer, and 14 grams of super omega power creamer that I get from Amazon, and some salt, some pink Himalayan salt. And this is a Vita Cup medium roast coffee. I'm good to go. So I'm having my little sippa of that. I'm ready to go. My apps are on, so this could be abbreviated at any time. And so I'm just grateful to be here with you, my community, the people that understand me. It's my family, because I get only those crazy looks from others, if I even dare to mention. But right now it's just, it's it's all under wraps. Anyway, Greg has a lot of pain, like a lot of us do as we age. And I told him whenever he's ready, I'd love to share with him what I do here. He knows, he sees it's beef and a couple of eggs, sometimes even no eggs. I'm having a great big T-bone steak tonight from the Brazilian butchery, so I'm not sure if I'll need the eggs. We'll see. And I will sear it, which will warm it through, but sear the outside with coconut oil when it comes time in my cast iron high-sided Lodge pan. Love my high-sided things. I've got it with the cast iron. I've got it with the copper. I've got it with the a Bella one where the outside is copper, the inside is like analon, whatever they call that. Yeah, those are the things I cook in because it makes for less cleanup on top of the stove, right? That's what we like. So I was thinking of the remember whens, and I was thinking of the remember whens with food programs of the past, where I would always, you always get so enthused when you begin something and it's like, this time it's going to work. There was always kind of an end date. I don't know about you guys, but there was always, as soon as I get to, and I don't feel that way now, being mostly carnivore. This is my lifestyle. This is my way of eating. The last tweak that I did was pretty major. I gave up Xyla, erythritol in my coffee, and I have had sweetened coffee for long time. I know I drank black coffee at one point, but I'm 69, so I'm fading on when that was. But I ended up doing, heavy whipping cream and the Xyla in my coffee. I even put diatomaceous earth and the pink Himalayan salt. So I gave up the diatomaceous earth, and look that up, DE. You can read the comments on Amazon and get a pretty good understanding of it too. And I gave up my sweeteners in the last 5 to 6 weeks, and no turning back. I still get a good head of froth on my blending it in my Ninja blender when I have the Keto, the 14 grams of an additional fat, pink Himalayan salt, and the coffee. And so that keeps me going. I have 3 of these throughout the day. And then I have my OMAD at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And Greg starts early too, whether he's fishing or working. And so then we can both come back and have a nice afternoon. We like Guilty Pleasure TV. Yes, we have all the channels. And so we tuck into our meat. I eat probably 2 to 3 times the amount of meat that he has, because he has all the accompaniments that are standard American diet with his food plan. And so I was just thinking about how wonderful and glorious this program is for so much, because it's so calming. My mood is steady. I don't know if you've experienced any of that, and it's been going on for so long. I was pretty much steady and even keeled with my keto plan too. But now with the carnivore, it just seems to have settled in. I'm never hungry. I'm never triggered for the other world stuff. I do have a mostly meat cheese pizza on Saturdays that has been my staple all along, and it just works. I have less than a quarter of a cup of almond flour in it in the double batch that Greg and I and the custodian from the police department all share. No, the custodian doesn't come to dinner. I bring it to him at work. It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, he just comes on over. So it's a great plan for me. It keeps me happy. I'm mostly beef. I don't know if my head is going la 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 la, if there's any memos that have come out about having too much meat, too much beef, but I'm not listening to them because I'm listening to how my body feels about all of it. And I don't have that temptation to play, to cheat, to taste, to do some of the habits that I've had that aren't healthy. I had for many, many years. When you're 69, you have a lot of time to develop bad habits around food, bad thinking around food, bad assumptions around food. And it just never ceases to amaze me when mainstream medical or mainstream food comes out with something and they say it to us, and it's like we've already felt that for years, like that the meat is okay. I just watched a Dr. Oz, Dr. Rosine, his friend. They did a video on diet soda can kill you with 25% more chance of a stroke. They didn't cite the studies that they got this from, but most of the people in the audience are, along with the nutritionist that was there with them the whole time, are heavy diet soda drinkers. And it didn't really sound like they were ready to give up everything. They had two alternatives to the diet soda. One was kombucha. Maybe they had three. Kombucha. Another one was sparkling iced tea. And what was missing from their suggestions? How about mineral water? How about getting some bang for your buck? I have San Pellegrino and also the Gersteiner mineral water. And at least they have some electrolytes in them. Not at least, but they do. They have bubbles. I love the bubbles. It's a treat for me. And I have that, glugs of that throughout the day as needed. I have a quarter of a teaspoon of potassium and a quarter of a teaspoon of magnesium powders from bulk supplements. I get that from Amazon. And then I put a little sprinkle of electrolytes on top of it that have some sort of flavoring in it. Just a sprinkle, I'm telling you. Like, I have more salt in my coffee and water than I do in my on my electrolytes. And then I have the juice of half of a lemon as the wet part of it. And I kind of down it as a shot at around noon. And the rest of the time is the 3 cups of coffee, it's the mineral water, and then it's the slab o beef. And I love it. So I think I'm fully fat adapted, and I'm just not afraid of the fat as I was before. I'm due to weigh myself soon. I weigh myself once a month, the first Wednesday or Thursday of the month. I go by that. I've put on a few pounds, then took off 1. And, I love the responses from people where it's coming from. My body's healing, so the meat has put on some weight. It's the losing fat, gaining more muscle mass. It's all what it is. I enjoy what I eat. I'm satiated. I'm content. I used to talk about pushing myself away from the table when I did keto, and I was like mostly full. And I knew that it would take a second or two, a minute or two, like 5 to 10 minutes, to have that fully content, satiated feeling. So when I pushed myself away, I could have hoovered or Dysoned what was on Greg's plate. I could have eaten more, but I did not. And now with, the hunk of beef, I know it's going to take about 20 minutes to reach that fully content, satiated place. So I give myself the time, and I just know. So I move on to my dental hygiene, which tells my body done for the day. And, Greg and I, we, put away food, do dishes, kind of, close the kitchen for the evening. And, I check my emails for the last time with the accountability coaching that I'm doing. It all works out really good. It's a nice, simple day. As I said, my Uber and my Lyft apps are on now, so I'm ready for the day. As you can see, I'm dressed. I even went out and warmed up the car. And so I should be set to go. It's a nice, simple lifestyle. It works for me. Time for me to go. Bye-bye for now.